The air crackles, not with static but with a forgotten power. Imagine a weapon, not of steel or gunpowder, but of pure energy, capable of turning armies to ash in a flash of light. A weapon whispered about in ancient texts, a force so devastating it reshaped landscapes and ended wars with a single, blinding strike. Could such a thing have existed not as myth but as a terrifying reality? What if the legends of the Vajra, the Thunderbolt of the gods, are more than just stories? What if they are echoes of a technology so advanced it defies our modern understanding? For centuries, historians dismissed these accounts as mere mythology, fantastical tales of gods and demons. But what if the descriptions of celestial battles, of cities reduced to rubble by fiery blasts, weren't just metaphors? What if they were eyewitness accounts of a destructive force we are only now beginning to comprehend? Consider the ancient Indian texts, the Vedas, which speak of Indra, the king of the gods, wielding the Vajra. It's described as a weapon forged from the bones of a sage, a device that could unleash bolts of lightning, capable of piercing mountains and vanquishing foes. The sheer power attributed to it, the vivid imagery of its effects paints a picture far beyond simple spears or arrows. It speaks of something akin to a directed energy weapon, a force that could disintegrate targets with intense heat and light. But here's where the story takes a chilling turn. The Mahabharata, another ancient Indian epic, describes weapons of unimaginable power. The Brahmastra, for instance, is depicted as a celestial weapon capable of devastating entire cities and drying up rivers. Its destructive force is often compared to that of a nuclear bomb, leaving behind scorched landscapes and widespread desolation. Another, the Pashupatastra, is said to be so destructive it could annihilate all creation. While these descriptions are often interpreted metaphorically, the sheer scale of destruction, the intense heat, and the lingering effects described bear an unsettling resemblance to the aftermath of modern high-energy weapons. Could these ancient accounts be describing something akin to plasma weaponry, where superheated ionized gas is unleashed with catastrophic force? Imagine the scene: ancient battlefields, not with clashing swords and arrows, but with blinding flashes and thunderous roars. The Rigveda, one of the oldest Vedic texts, vividly portrays Indra, the wielder of the Vajra, as a formidable force. It speaks of him shattering the fortresses of the Asuras, not with brute strength, but with the irresistible force of his thunderbolt. One passage describes how Indra, with his Vajra, rent Vajra into pieces, a serpent demon who had imprisoned the world's waters. This wasn't a mere physical struggle, it was a cosmic event, releasing life-giving rain and restoring balance. The imagery suggests an energy release so immense it could alter weather patterns and reshape the environment. Could this be a poetic description of a weapon that could manipulate atmospheric conditions, perhaps through intense energy discharges that ionize the air and create localized storms? The idea might seem far-fetched, but the consistent theme of lightning-like destruction across various Vedic accounts is striking. These aren't isolated incidents, they are recurring motifs, hinting at a shared understanding of a powerful, almost supernatural force. Consider the descriptions of the Brahmastra in the Mahabharata. It is said to cause a blinding light, a column of smoke and fire, and a shockwave that flattened everything in its path. Survivors were left with burnt bodies, hair and nails falling out, and birds turning white. These are chillingly similar to the effects of nuclear radiation. But what if it wasn't nuclear but something even more exotic? What if it was a highly advanced form of plasma weapon? Modern plasma research, though still in its infancy for weaponry, shows that superheated ionized gas can indeed generate immense heat, light, and pressure waves. Imagine a weapon that could project a concentrated beam of plasma, instantly vaporizing anything in its path. The sheer speed and intensity of such an attack would leave little behind, perhaps just a shadow on the ground where a soldier once stood. The Vedic texts speak of armies being consumed by fire and reduced to ashes. Could these be literal descriptions of plasma weapon attacks, where the intense heat and energy simply disintegrated their targets? The thought is unsettling, isn't it? It forces us to reconsider the line between myth and a forgotten, terrifying reality. Now let's bridge the gap between ancient lore and modern science. Nikola Tesla, the brilliant and often misunderstood inventor, dedicated much of his life to understanding and harnessing electricity. His groundbreaking work with Tesla coils, those mesmerizing devices that generate spectacular electrical discharges, was not just for show. Tesla envisioned a world powered by wireless energy, a world where electricity could be transmitted through the air. His experiments with high-frequency alternating currents and resonant transformers produced incredible arcs of ionized gas, essentially small-scale plasma. While his ultimate goal was peaceful, his research inadvertently demonstrated the immense power contained within controlled electrical discharges. Imagine if a civilization thousands of years ago had mastered this technology, not just for energy, but for defense. Consider a hypothetical example, just for illustration. Atmospheric plasma channels for energy transmission, highlighting the potential for highly focused energy delivery. If such a concept is even theoretically possible today, what could an ancient, highly advanced civilization have achieved? Could the Vajra have been a sophisticated device, perhaps a portable plasma generator, capable of creating localized, destructive plasma bursts? The very idea challenges our linear understanding of technological progression. It suggests a cyclical history where advanced knowledge might have been gained, lost, and then rediscovered. And then there are the physical anomalies that leave scientists scratching their heads. In regions like Rajasthan, India, archaeologists have unearthed vitrified ruins, sites where stone and brick have been melted and fused together into a glass-like substance. This isn't a natural phenomenon, it requires immense, sustained heat, far beyond what conventional fires can produce. Could these vitrified areas be the result of ancient, high-energy events, perhaps even the aftermath of weapons described in the Vedic texts? Imagine the sheer power required to turn solid rock into glass. It's a level of destruction that resonates with the descriptions of the Brahmastra and other celestial weapons. While the exact cause remains a subject of intense debate, the existence of such sites adds a chilling layer of evidence to the possibility of advanced, destructive technology in antiquity. Could these be the literal scars left by the very plasma weapons we are discussing, a silent, enduring testament to their terrifying power? And if so, what happened to the civilization that wielded such power? The answer might be closer and more unsettling than you think. Let's delve deeper into the descriptions of these ancient weapons. The Mahabharata recounts a battle where a single projectile, the Brahmastra, is unleashed. The text describes it as creating a terrible conflagration that consumed vast armies, leaving behind only burnt stumps of trees and scorched earth. It speaks of a heat so intense that water boiled and animals dropped dead. This isn't just a large explosion, it's a phenomenon that suggests an extreme thermal event consistent with the effects of a massive plasma discharge. Imagine the terror, the sheer helplessness as an entire landscape is instantly transformed into a fiery inferno. What kind of technology could unleash such devastation? Could it be that the ancients, in their wisdom, understood principles of energy manipulation that we are only now beginning to grasp? And if they did, what became of that knowledge? The answer might be hidden in plain sight if we only knew where to look. This brings us to a crucial question. If these ancient civilizations possessed such advanced knowledge, why is there no clear record of it? Why did this technology seemingly vanish? Some researchers propose that the destructive power of these weapons led to their deliberate suppression, a global effort to bury knowledge that could annihilate humanity. Others suggest a catastrophic event, perhaps even a global conflict fought with these very weapons, wiped out the civilizations that wielded them, leaving behind only fragmented accounts and enigmatic ruins. The very act of discussing these possibilities forces us to confront uncomfortable truths about our past and the cyclical nature of technological advancement and destruction. Could it be that humanity has faced similar crossroads before and perhaps made different choices? The implications are staggering, suggesting a history far more complex and dramatic than our textbooks currently describe. And if these weapons were real, what other secrets does the ancient world hold, waiting to be rediscovered? Think about it for a moment. What would it feel like to witness such a weapon in action? The sheer terror, the overwhelming power, the instant realization that everything you knew about warfare, about reality itself, was utterly transformed. Imagine the stories passed down through generations, evolving into myths yet retaining a core of truth. The descriptions in the Vedas and Mahabharata aren't just dry historical accounts, they are narratives steeped in emotion, in awe, and in fear. They speak of a time when the very fabric of existence could be torn apart by forces beyond human comprehension. This isn't just about ancient technology, it's about the human experience in the face of unimaginable power. It's about the echoes of a past that still resonate with our deepest fears and our greatest curiosities. And it makes you wonder, doesn't it? What else have we forgotten? What other truths are buried beneath layers of time and interpretation? Let's consider the scientific implications of such a weapon. Plasma, often called the fourth state of matter, is essentially ionized gas, a superheated soup of charged particles. It's what makes up stars, lightning, and even the aurora borealis. While controlling plasma for sustained energy generation, like in fusion reactors, is a monumental challenge for modern science, the concept of generating a brief, intense burst of plasma for destructive purposes is not entirely outside the realm of possibility. Researchers at institutions like the Princeton Plasma Physics Laboratory are constantly pushing the boundaries of plasma science, exploring its potential applications in various fields. Imagine a device that could rapidly heat and ionize a gas, then focus that plasma into a coherent beam. The energy transfer would be instantaneous and devastating. The descriptions of the Vajra causing immediate and widespread destruction, leaving no trace of its victims, align eerily with the theoretical effects of a highly efficient plasma weapon. Could the ancients have possessed a deeper understanding of electromagnetism and plasma physics than we currently attribute to them? This isn't just about ancient myths, it's about the very nature of energy and its potential for both creation and destruction. And if they understood it, how did they achieve it without the complex infrastructure we rely on today? The answer might challenge our fundamental assumptions about technological development. The vitrified ruins found in places like Rajasthan are not just geological curiosities, they are silent witnesses to an unimaginable past. Imagine standing amidst these fused stones, touching the glass-like surfaces, and feeling the lingering echoes of an event so powerful it melted rock. Conventional explanations often fall short. Forest fires, while intense, rarely generate the sustained extreme temperatures required for vitrification on such a scale. The sheer uniformity of the vitrification in some areas suggests a directed, focused energy source, not a widespread, uncontrolled blaze. This leads some to speculate about the possibility of ancient high-energy weapons. If the Brahmastra or the Vajra were indeed plasma weapons, capable of generating temperatures akin to the surface of the sun, then these vitrified ruins could be the direct, undeniable evidence of their use. It's a chilling thought, isn't it? That the very ground beneath our feet might hold the secrets of a forgotten war, fought with technology that still baffles us. And if these weapons were used, what kind of conflict necessitated such devastating power? What was at stake that required the very earth to be scorched and turned to glass? The answers, if we ever find them, could redefine our understanding of human history and the true cost of unchecked power. To truly grasp the weight of these ancient accounts, we must step back and consider the context. The Vedic period, dating back thousands of years, was a time of profound philosophical and scientific inquiry. While often viewed through a spiritual lens, these texts also contain intricate details about astronomy, mathematics, and even metallurgy. Could it be that within this rich tapestry of knowledge, there existed a practical understanding of forces we now consider purely theoretical? The idea of an ancient advanced civilization is often relegated to the fringes of historical discourse, yet the consistent descriptions of these powerful weapons across various independent texts, coupled with archaeological anomalies like the vitrified ruins, paint a compelling, albeit unsettling picture. It forces us to question the linear progression of human history and consider the possibility of forgotten golden ages, where knowledge and technology reached heights we are only now beginning to re-explore. What if the gods of these ancient texts were not supernatural beings, but rather highly advanced individuals or civilizations whose technology was so far beyond the comprehension of the common people that it was perceived as divine? This perspective opens up a whole new realm of possibilities, doesn't it? This journey into the ancient past, exploring the possibility of plasma weapons and their echoes in Vedic texts, leaves us with profound questions. Were our ancestors more technologically advanced than we give them credit for? Or are these simply powerful metaphors for natural phenomena? What are your thoughts on this? Share your insights in the comments below. If this exploration into forgotten power resonated with you, give this video a like. And for more deep dives into the mysteries of the universe and life's hidden secrets, subscribe to Universal Insights. Join our community as we continue to unravel the threads of history and explore the unknown. Until next time, keep questioning, keep exploring,